What you need to do is if you want results from God, the only way you can find out, if you have doubts about God or Him answering your prayers, put Him to the test. And what I mean by put Him to the test is pray to Him, talk to Him, and ask Him what you want. And have patience, faith, trust, and believe, and watch what happens. I dare you to challenge. You know, a lot of people do all these challenges on YouTube, Ice Challenge, and all these other challenges. I challenge you to test God out. I challenge you to see how Jesus works and see how He works in your life. Ask Him for what you want and see what happens. I prayed to God a while ago that I get into a relationship where I don't have to worry about female drama, baby mama drama, and all this other stuff. And God blessed me with a beautiful wife. And I have all my kids by this one for female. So I don't have to worry about I don't have no baby mama drama. You know, I don't have to worry about all that stuff. I asked God for a job. I was getting $13.90 at one point, and I asked God, and I went from that to $9, and then I went from $9 to 3 days of work of $9 with 5 kids. So I prayed to God and asked Him if He could hook me up with a job that's paying at least more than $13.50. I'm sorry. And He hooked me up with this one job, which was 11 something, but it's better than no income. You got to keep in mind, I was making $9 an hour, only like 3 days of work. So, you know, so getting $11 is a big jump back for me. So it's like, it wasn't at $13.90 where I was, but He still hooked me up with income. He made sure I was still taken care of. So as I prayed, I stayed with that job as long as it wasn't no drama. Once you know how every job has their own baggage. So they had baggage going on, and I just prayed to get away from it. And I asked God if He could hook me with a job that pays more than that. And He hooked me with a job that was at like 16 something. And so God opens doors. He answers prayers. I mean, a lot of situations I've been in, I prayed and God delivered me out of a lot of them. From people holding guns on me or just all kinds of situations, being outnumbered. You know, God always took care of me. So, you know, I asked Him for a visual of what's going on with heaven and hell, and He gave me a visual of my path, of where I'm headed. And I wasn't shocked, but I was shocked that I got it off guard, like, oh, this is how it came at me. But I'm glad it kind of verified it, because that gave me more motivation to keep myself on track and work harder as far as myself. But I get answers all the time. You can get answers different ways. You can get it through a TV, a commercial, a movie, a show, a radio, other people's conversation. Like, God answers in many ways. Like, you have to have an open mind and just pay attention to your surroundings, and He'll answer you different ways. You'll know when it's for you, because you know what you ask God for, and you'll know when you get the answers. So just don't be naive to it, because sometimes people get answers right in their face multiple times and they still deny it to try to justify it some kind of way. But in reality, they've been getting the answer the whole time. You know? I don't know how the story goes, but it's something similar where a guy got stuck on an island or something. I don't know what happened, but he ended up dying. And he ended up asking God, hey, God, how come you wasn't answering my prayers? How come you didn't save me? And He said, well, I sent you a boat your way, and you didn't want to get on it. I sent a helicopter your way. You didn't want to take the ride. I even sent the airplane your way. You didn't want to get on the airplane. You stayed on the island, and eventually you died. So you had a way out the whole time, but you didn't take it. So that's how your answers might come different ways, and you know it when you get it. But it's up to you whether you're going to take it and actually change up. So with that being said, I challenge you to ask God for anything. Pray. Ask for Him to prove that He's real. Show His works or something. You know, He's God, so you don't want to ask Him like, hey, prove to me that you're real. But, you know, you just kind of ask Him. Like, you don't want to make it seem like, prove to me, I don't believe. You know, you can't be disrespectful to the Creator. So just kind of talk to Him like, you know, like you talk to your friends. And just be like, you know, God, I want to know if you're real. Can you give me an answer? Show me some type of sign. You never know. You might get put in a situation where you have to pray to God to get you out of it. And next thing you know, you out of the situation unharmed. And that's a lot. If you think and evaluate yourself, you've probably been in different situations, got out of it some kind of way and prayed or so. So just put God to the test. I challenge you to put God to the test, and you can't go wrong. I guarantee, because I started from childhood. And once I've seen how He worked at my ways many times, from there on, it was only cracking. I had gotten into a fight Police was coming right towards the fight. And I prayed to God and he took it away. Like they turned around like they had a call or something. I was shocked, like, dude, he answered my prayer like right away. You know, I had a gun put on me from something that I started, and I didn't expect the gun to be involved, but it got pulled out, and I hit the guy that had the gun, and he got mad, and I pushed him, and I was just going off while he had the gun, and I actually realized once he cocked it back that, oh, wait a minute, I'm tripping. So I prayed, and I knew I messed up, but God delivered me out of that. You know, I got surrounded, minding my business, because I had my hair all long. I looked more like a thuggish. So everybody used to bang on me a lot. And one guy in the car had a gun. I didn't know it, though. The ones who surrounded me. I prayed. God looked out for me. One time I was stranded at a stop. And late at night, these cars kept passing by. And you could sense that it was up to no good. And I was the only person out. Prayed about it. Nothing. The bus came out of nowhere, and I was able to get on the bus. I got in a lot of situations, man. A guy shot a guy in front of me, and I prayed about that. And they looked at me, but they didn't shoot me. I prayed, and they just looked at me and kept on going. But the guy that was in front of me got shot down right in front of me. God answers prayers, man. When I got in my accident a while back, my partner didn't want to call for help, and I could have died out there. And once I started praying, some random guy came out of nowhere, and he ended up calling help for me. So God answers prayers when you really, really need them. I was at a gas station one time, and these two dudes who I guess they had a gun. They was going to shoot me, and I didn't even know it. I was just minding my business trying to get gas, and I guess they just like assumed I was from somewhere. And one guy banged me. I told him I wasn't from nowhere, but I guess he didn't believe me. And I got in a situation where I didn't know that they was ready. They was just watching me. You know, I didn't notice that. I was just ready to pump my gas, but I prayed, and it seemed like this guy appeared out of nowhere. I'm assuming he was like an angel or something, because I didn't see him no more. Once I prayed and God sent those two motorcycle cops, the cops stayed there the whole time, and the guys got impatient and left. And they stayed there, and right when they stayed there, the light stayed it stayed red. It never changed. And it was like it kept the cops there. And it was crazy because it happened right when I prayed. And when those guys got so impatient waiting for the cops to leave, they ended up leaving. So right when they left, and the light turned green and the cops left. So God answers prayers many ways. Like I've got numerous of histories how he answered prayers for me. And right when I needed it. You know, you can't be like, God, I need you to do this, this, and that, and expect him to just happen. Like if he knows when you need it, he comes. Now you might not always get it when you want it, but he's always on time. He's never late. I challenge you guys. I challenge you to put God to the test. I challenge you to try him out. Accept Jesus in your heart. He knows if you're trying. Now, I believe you be in favor with him as long as he know you're actually trying. Now, you can't say I'm trying and you know you're living a devil life. You got to actually try it. And he knows your heart, so he knows if you're serious. And he knows your strugglings. He knows if it's going to be hard for you to struggle. He knows it's not going to be easy for you to change, because that's how the devil works. The more things you like that's worldly, the more the devil's going to keep throwing it at you. Like a phone app might pop up and you might be into certain things, and the apps might just keep popping up there where you want to click on it and be like, oh, you start slipping back into your worldly stuff again. Like the devil works in many ways. Right when you get into your prayers, he knows he's going to try to distract you some kind of way. You might itch. People might not start knocking on the door. You might start getting phone calls and notifications and messages from people you ain't heard from in a while or been wanting to talk to. You know, that's ways of distracting you. Like the devil works in many ways. Don't ever get distracted when you're praying or talking to God. Let's let everything go on around you and just keep doing it. Focus on him and keep doing it. But God works in many ways. I challenge you guys to take the God challenge. I challenge y'all to take the Jesus challenge. Get close to him, build your own relationship with him, and have your own history with him. And you can't go wrong. Peace.